Dick Hanna Dealers post-game scoreboard show here on 105.1 The Fan, 1080 The Fan, the Odyssey app, and YouTube. Right now, we got Dusty Harrah, the man on the scene out there in Illinois, Evanston, Illinois, on the sideline for this one. Coach Harrah, give me your first impressions of this game against Northwestern. Ducks win 34-14.
Yeah, I think the message got to be like happy, not satisfied, right? You go on the road, you win a game, and you're up 34-0 in the fourth quarter. Things should feel really good. The way it ended, a couple big plays, explosion plays for Northwestern. One of them could have been picked off. It was just a really severely underthrown ball. Other than that, I mean, you're looking at a game where every time Northwestern got the ball moving, Oregon's defense bowed their back. And look, the reality of it is that you're not going to have the rollover games every single week like we saw in the first 2 weeks. You know, there are teams that are going to bow their back, and Oregon's going to get everybody's best shot. And I think today Northwestern gave them that best shot.
Hey, Dusty, talk about just one guy, individual, Jerry Mixon, middle linebacker. This kid he's showing out. And, you know, I'm looking at him play, and the way he reacts to things, this guy's doing his homework. Because that running back ran a pattern that he knew that was coming. It was called the angle route. And Jerry knew that was coming, and he jumped it and got the pick. And last week, the same thing. This guy is he's a player. He's a big kid, 6'2", about 245, a big inside linebacker who can run sideline to sideline. Talk to me about, you know, watching him on the sideline. What's he looks like?
He just has a really high football IQ, and you hear just from everybody, you know, you heard about it during fall camp, is that Jerry Mixon's out there making plays. And nobody was surprised that he had a pick six last week, and nobody was surprised that he had an interception this week. And you'll love this, Anthony, because of the era of college football that we're in right now. I talked with Jerry for our pregame interview this week, and he said, you know, he's now a junior. He got early playing time as a freshman, but he said, you know, in the interview, I was calling home crying to my mom and dad about me not fitting in here and me not being good enough to play. And the one thing his mom told him is, we're not quitters. You never quit. You're going to see it through. And he's seen it through. And boy, he's reaping the rewards of sticking something out in the era of the transfer portal, in the era of NIL, where everybody says, you know, football is broken. There are guys and there are teams that keep people around and grow them as athletes, and that's what we're seeing with Jerry Mixon.
That's crazy because, you know, Dusty, I had the same story growing up with going to Oregon my freshman year. I called, crying to my mom, said, this is not for me. I can't make it. This is hard. She goes, you're not going anywhere. You know, keep working. And Jerry Mixon is that guy, and I think he could be a great NFL player moving forward because just watching him play on the field, he understands the game, and that's what I like.
And I think one thing that people are missing is, like, we're seeing the interceptions, but he's that assist guy. He's the almost guy, right, where he's making a play so somebody else can make a play. And you know this more than anybody, Anthony, and you could speak to this, is that that's most of what you do in the National Football League, is you are doing your job, and it creates opportunity for other people.
Yep.
And I think if you go back and you watch the film of Jerry Mixon, there are so many plays that he makes that are for other people to get the stat.
Yeah, the great Vince Lombardi said, winners never quit and quitters never win. So it sounds like that phrase is still not only in players' heads, but their parents' heads as well. I love that. Really quickly, Dusty, can you address maybe that slow start that Oregon had to the game that we haven't seen yet this season being because of something like a new environment for the team on the road? They're waking up way earlier than they're used to. Dan Lanning can say, you know what, guys, it's just like our practices. It's the same time all he wants all week. But I don't know, was that a factor today? You're right there. It just seemed like the team didn't feel the same as they did the last couple of weeks. But once again, it's a little better opponent too.
I mean, yes, and it was Northwestern's best shot. And up front, Northwestern was really good. And they were stout heading into this game. The interior of their defensive line is really good. The interior of their offensive line is really good. But, you know, Coach Lanning isn't going to make an excuse about the early kick. But I'm telling you, we woke up here for the broadcast crew. We woke up at 4 a.m. Central Time. That's 2 a.m. Pacific Time. So we could get to the stadium at 5:15, right? If those guys are waking up at, for an 11 a.m. kick, if they're even waking up at 6 a.m., that's 4 a.m. Pacific time. It is early, and I think the numbers bear it out with West Coast teams that go and they play in these big noon kicks, that they're just not very successful. And, again, Oregon and Coach Lanning, they're never going to use that as an excuse, but I think it played a role. I think the environment kind of played a role. It's an odd stadium setup. It's really cool when you're looking out over Lake Michigan, but it's so bizarre to go and do a Big Ten football game and it's only 12,000 people, right? I mean, it's kind of this wild feeling. So I think a lot of things kind of played into it. And then when you have a bullseye on your chest of being the defending Big Ten champs, everybody in the Big Ten is going to come at you, and that's what Northwestern did today.
Well, Dusty, you deserve a nap. That's all I can say. A very, very long nap on the plane, and then when you get home. Appreciate you calling in. I know that you guys are trying to get out of there, so we'll let you go, and we will catch up with you on Monday, man.
Perfect, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you.
That was Dusty Harrah, sideline reporter for Oregon Ducks football, and of course, brand fan manager here at 105.1 The Fan, 1080 The Fan, The Fan Sports Network. Yeah, I mean, he said it right there as far as wake up time and when the hotel room is calling the room 2 a.m. for them locally. That's or early. Our time here. Yeah,
that's early.
No,
I won't even wake up for a tea time that early.
Right? Well, can you? Yeah, it's like, do they have like the overhead lights on the golf courses that I don't know about?
Yeah, really.
I like how you put that, Anthony. It's a factor. It's not an excuse, but you definitely need to consider it as a legitimate factor.
Yeah, well, again, that's where I think with games like this, and it's kind of similar to like Purdue last year, a Friday night game, your week shortened a little bit. Like, get in there, take care of business, get the dub, go 1-0 on the week, and get out of there.
But it doesn't affect the whole game. It's always just the beginning.
Right.
It's that maybe quarter, half a quarter, maybe it goes into the second quarter, but then you start playing. Then you get into the groove, and then you're unstoppable if you're a really good football team like Oregon is.